South Azerbaijan, Iran's grand explosion. Point Iran is boiling from within today, but behind the regime change scenarios presented by Western media lies a far greater and more historical issue: South Azerbaijan. A nation divided in two, 1813 and 1828. The division of Azerbaijan was the result of Tsarist Russia's Caucasian expansion that began in the 1650s. In the early 1800s, Russia, exploiting the weakness of the central authority, dealt two crushing defeats to the Qajars, the Turkic Azerbaijani dynasty of the era. Through the 1813 Treaty of Gulistan and the 1828 Treaty of Turkmenchay, Azerbaijan was split in two on the map. Northern Azerbaijan, today's independent republic, and the territories of Armenia remained with Russia, while the south stayed under Qajar control. A brief note: the name of the country we today call Iran did not officially exist until Reza Shah Pahlavi. Pahlavi was the first Persian Shah to come to power, and he changed the country's name for ideological purposes. Before him, these lands were known by the names of the Turkic tribes that ruled them. 1945. The lost chance for independence. Throughout the 20th century, the geography of Iran was shaken repeatedly by waves of protest, yet fragmentation never occurred. The closest South Azerbaijan came to independence was in 1945, the era of Pishevari. However, the Soviet Union, freshly emerged from World War II, sacrificed the Pishevari government and millions of Azerbaijanis, rather than enter into direct confrontation with the United States and Britain. The Western calculation and Azerbaijan's silence today, Western media once again frequently invokes the name Azerbaijan. They know well that without Azerbaijanis, any serious political change in Iran is impossible. For throughout history, the primary driving force behind all of Iran's revolutions and fundamental transformations has been the Azerbaijanis themselves. Yet Azerbaijanis today approach the process with caution. Experience has shown that the West, once its own interests are secured, abandons its allies to fate. Just as today, America, the leading power, has left Europe alone against Russia, watching from the sidelines. The fear of fragmentation: Russia, Pakistan, Turkey. The parties that do not want Iran to fragment are also clear. For Russia, this would mean uncontrolled chaos on its southern borders. Regional powers like Pakistan and Turkey are also advocates of stability. Yet despite all this resistance, Iran entering a path toward fragmentation is, I believe, a process with a real possibility of occurring. For this, the complete collapse of the existing regime's economic foundations would be sufficient.